Hi all, today we're going to make some new brake lines for the 595 as the original brake lines that are on it are, a little bit rough, a little bit old, a little bit damaged in places, and in some areas they are starting to corrode through. So to get the best braking we possibly can, I'm going to bend and flare out some new brake lines. So I just thought I'd do a little video on showing you how to do it with the equipment I got. And of course, got my brake pipe flaring tool here. Obviously the tool's missing because that's sat in the vise at the moment. You've got all the different, different sizes and styles. So you've got the convex, flare and the double flare. So today we'll be using obviously the convex and the double. So male and female may be easier. So you've got two formers here, and you've got the dies, I guess, more or less. So you've got two dies there. So we go through these first. As you see, the pipe slides in through the top there, and then it sits flush when it goes into the tool. And you can see the shape there of the flare that it'll do. So that's just sort of giving, to keep its shape. And then of course, once your pipe slid in there, then of course, whether you choose, for your male or your female, of course on the master cylinders, we'll be having some male, which is here. So you can see that little channel in there that then bevels it over to create a nice pressure tight seal. So of course, this will be sat in the other end of the tool, which will then screw into the pipe, and then push into the pipe, and then flare it over. And I'll show you one that I did do, just a quick test run on a bit of scrap pipe, which is here, and I used it on the female one. And of course, you can see there how it flares it over. And of course, this one had a slight recess, if the camera pick it up. No, maybe not. For the pipe, for it to sit into a female coupling. So that's the basics of it, and I'll show you it all fitted in the tool now. Hi all, right, we're back here at the brake pipe flaring tool, and I'll now run through exactly what I'm going to do to make these, these brake pipe ends. So the first step is probably quite an important step, is to push the union. And of course, I am using the original union because I do not have the correct, female ones, and I don't have any, the correct thread. So I'll be reusing this, but if I had the brand new ones, obviously I'd be putting new ones straight on there. So the first bit is to slide down to the copper pipe, and of course some of you may be thinking, hang on a minute, that tractor's got a steel pipe. And I thought, well yeah, it does, but for for long service life and a bit more durability, I thought copper will do the job just as well, and obviously it's going to last a bit longer. And of course is what I have readily available to me at this current at this time. So the next step is using the two dies here. Of course, insert one of those into the bottom of the tool here, like that. So about there. And the next stage is to slide that pipe in, and then push this former, on top in when the pipe's on. So I'll just do that now. Right, that is the pipe, copper pipe clamped in into the former here. The pipe is set flush, as you can see there. It's been clamped down nice and tight so it will not move. I've also fitted the former here. That sits there. You've got the male here and the female here, and that simply just pushes in, and then a retaining clip holds it in place. So the next stage, now it's all in, is to wind the handle in until that very tip of the former goes into the copper pipe there, which is held in by the die. And you will keep winding that handle until it goes solid. And then you'll unwind it, and in this case we want a female flare, so we'll remove this one and then push in and fit the female one, because the male one bevels it over and the female one countersinks the internal hole, which is what we want for this type of female fitting here. So I'll come back once I've done all that and then show you the results. Right, there's both formers have both been ran through, and now we have a female end, which you can see just in there. So of course, now that's all done, the next stage is to simply open up the clamp here, just untwist this, push the pipe forward until the two dies come out, and you then just separate the halves. And then you can see the exact shape there, and how it, how the dies ensure that shape stays the same. So of course you just push that one out and then pull that pipe out, and that is the end that's been completely done, like so. Quite straightforward. And then of course, then the union will slide straight on there, and then it goes straight into the fitting, which in this case is a cast elbow, and then that will create a oil pressure tight seal. So we'll go and fit that now into that part, and then I'll unravel the, and then start working out where I need to bend it, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like, because I've already done one just to give you a test run, so I can see what the finished product should be like. So I'll see you in the next video. Right, so we're underneath the tractor, and as you can see, as with the previous videos, that's the right hand brake pipe, the joiner, where it goes from the smaller pipe to the larger pipe. That's all fitted in. Obviously it all goes back under here. That's all in. That's all carefully, bent round, and so it's out of harm's way. Of course, it's back in on the original clip. Comes in under here, as you can see. And let's just put the lead light under there a little bit. There you go. So you see it goes all out there. Again, to be done. I gotta do this cable in a minute. Put it underneath to keep the weight off it, and then it goes out along to the front of the cab. And you can see where the left-hand pipe's been joined into that elbow. And then that cuts out all of the pipe that was being an issue before. So it does look a lot better. So the next job is to fill the system up and get bleeding. So that'll be, the coming video will be next on bleeding the tractor, and hopefully our brake should come back. If not, evidently we've got a fault elsewhere as well as in the master cylinders. So I'll see you in the next videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope you find these interesting and more importantly useful. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Right, you can see the first pipe which I made is all fitted into the master cylinder here. It's been bent down. I've tried to keep the bends from being a bit too, not being too tight, because if they're too tight they create a restriction. I don't tend to want to try and keep it keep it free flowing, the oil free flowing. So this one, which is the one I just showed you, we flared the end of, I've cut it to a length, and now I'll offer it up to this master cylinder here, and then I'll then work out, because there's the opening there, so then I'll then work out where I need to place that bend. And then obviously once I've got the depth right there, I then put the fitting on there, obviously take it all off first, then over there I put the fitting on, and then crimp the end with a male end, and then obviously put it all back in, tighten it up, and then hopefully we should there should be the brake pipes done, brake lines done. So the next stage is obviously to connect all this back up, put some new brake fluid in there into the reservoir up there, and then have a go at bleeding the brakes. So I will show you it all. I'll do a video just after I finished it all. Obviously I've got to put some clips on here and tidy it all up, because at the moment there is an original clip here which I'll hopefully aim to sort of reuse again if I can. So I will show you, I'll then show you back once all this is all fitted in properly. So hopefully we're going so far so good. Should do the job just well. So I'll see you in the next video.